For this webinar. I'm so excited to be talking about happiness starts from within. And so I will break down my Eureka discoveries that will help you to be a happier you. Of course, there are gazillions more ways to be happier, but today I will talk about the 3 ideas I find very important, and the most important thing, they are all actionable right here, right now, today. They are scientific and proven ways. So, today I'm going to talk about the topic of happiness starts within. I'm going to talk about why and how we pursue it, what works and what doesn't. Why we come by happiness and why it starts within. Guys, happiness is not out there somewhere to be found. It's within you. Why so many studies and ancient culture pivot on inner duality? On why I choose these 3 people over a master degree in happiness as my happiness instructors. Don't worry, I will reveal them very soon. You all know these mentors. And last but not least, my own personal journey to a more meaningful and joyful life. How I got to it and why it matters to all of us. Now, let's imagine a world where everybody is happier and in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. So, how would we know that this happier world even happened? I guess people will be more content. Smiling more, laughing more. Eureka! Being happier is totally visible. In fact, the same applies to me. I know when I'm happier, when I feel at ease, smiling or even laughing. Turns out the same applies to friends, family, clients, and you, and all the people you know or you don't know. Great. How can we create more of those happy moments? Now, close your eyes if it's safe to do so, or look down and go back to a happy memory. What happened? Was it something you achieved? Was a baby born you very much love? The day you fell in love? Now, think of another memory, or however many you wish. What have all these memories in common? I bet in these memories you're never alone. There is always someone else in the picture, either a human or a pet, but we are almost never alone. And when we are alone, it's probably we can't wait to tell somebody on the phone about our achievement or the baby is born, whatever it is, but usually there's someone else in the picture. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what I've come to realize is that there is always someone else in the memory. When I have achieved something and I had no one else to share the win with, it didn't mean much to me. Wow, sharing is caring. The same event and achievement with nobody caring for it wouldn't have been as happy for you as it was. Now, the fact is, ladies and gentlemen, we are tribal beings. We have been in tribes for thousands of years. We thrive in communities. Not sitting in our living room by ourselves. Isolation is officially a medical disease that is causing people to die. But why? I mean, we have never been more connected with the internet and social media. True fact, we all have family and friends and clients who are in other countries and continents. We have never been able to be in contact with someone on the other side of the world and talk on Skype. Do you remember and all that? About fax machines. Maybe some of you are too young to know even what a fax is. And if so, there was this machine that will send a page, a physical piece of paper on the other side of the world. One page will take approximately only 20 minutes each page. And that was revolutionary for those ages. I was a kid in those ancient era. True fact is like in 20 minutes, you have already wrote probably 20 emails and zipped 5 files with hundreds of pages in each and attach them to the email to be sent out to your marketing manager, your assistant, your publisher, your boss, your mom. Okay, let me dwell on it. So we are the most connected ever, and yet we feel so isolated. Why is that? Well, studies after studies have shown that being connected on social media only suits the ego for a little while. Our tribal side is missing the lack of human touch. No looking into the eyes of the one you're talking to, no hugs, no immediate response. We can't trick our minds to miss our basic needs. Don't get me wrong, I love the internet. The internet is amazing, and I love to be able to stay in touch with my family and friends and clients that are spread around the globe. But I also know for sure that I need my local friends who I need to see on a regular basis, to work more from the coffee shop rather than from my lonely home office. Connection, the real thing, is so important. Wouldn't it be incredible if we lost this cool but cold indifference about others? Wouldn't it be great to have little small talks and chit-chat here and there more often? Yes, I agree with you. Small talks are sometimes not so great if you are in a rush or we are feeling overwhelmed. But maybe that great weather today, say to the cashier, or a little smile to a stranger will mean very little to you, but mean the world to the one receiving your human touch. Maybe it's the only one they have received for a while. Plus, you can understand a lot about someone with just small talk. More and more people are going back to this community feeling. The keyword community or villagey feeling are more and more popular on home searches, despite the internet offering gazillions of online training, courses for everything. More and more people are going back to classes to be more encouraged when they learn a new skill in a group. Photography, I can think, or painting or singing. It's more fun when you do it in a group because maybe you even met new friends. Belonging is a necessary need we have to fulfill. We tend to gather with like-minded people, but it's important also to connect to others who have different views from us that maybe we don't understand. I like the phrase, always be kind. And I really like that because it's a concept of, despite people having different thoughts from you, always be kind. It's not always easy, but it's possible. Fulfill. Wow, what a word. How many of us have tried to fulfill that empty gap inside with stuff? When I was not aware of my emotions and on how they affect my decision making, I was very much trying to fill the void I had with clothes, home decor, books, and shoes. Well, do shoes make us happy? Certainly! At least they do for a few hours. Then the thrill and novelty fades away. Unless they have gorgeous stilettos. Then that happiness fades away even quicker after a few steps. Because happiness is not supposed to hurt. I guess you agree with me on that. And we're left with the same feeling that something is missing. This happens because our true needs haven't been met. The need that needs to be met, is to be seen, heard, and valued. And these needs, as adults, must be fulfilled by us first. So we can easily accept compliments and be accepted as we do the same to others. Perfect people don't exist. Newsflash. There are plenty of us who think we need to play that part. Problem is, perfect people are not pleasant to hang out with, as they make us feel inadequate, not good enough. They show off their perfect lives to us, how smart they are, how glamorous they are, making us feel something is wrong with us. And so we avoid them. And being a therapist and a coach, I can guarantee you, perfect people are pretty unhappy, as they never take a break and are always chasing this chimera of perfection. Now, another important concept I learned about happiness starts within was taught by these 3 amazing mentors. I'm going to reveal them in just a second. Just be patient for a moment. I guarantee you all know these people. I'm going to reveal them very, very soon, but for now, let me tell you this. Imagine if we would be all studying to be happier. I mean, like seriously studying to be happier at an academic level. And like, I have considered to do this. I mean, like seriously studying to be happier at an academic level. We would all have all the tips, tricks, and snacks on how to be happier and live a more joyful life at a degree or even PhD level. Wouldn't that be awesome? I certainly thought about doing this. I was considering to do a master's degree in philosophy of happiness. To qualify, I had to have a good grade from a degree in philosophy. No problemo. Always loved philosophy. And I was good in high school at it. We'll study the degree part-time. In 6 years, I will, hopefully, get a degree with 1 or 2 pass. So I can get into the master's. Otherwise, if I get a pass 3 or lower, I won't get in. The master's, again, will need to be done part-time. So let's add 2 more years. Great! In 8 years from now, I will be a super knowledgeable, fully qualified person on how to be happier. Wait, that doesn't sound very good. I mean, well, knowing the topic inside out will make me happier. Understanding happiness from an intellectual level has always taken me this far. It helped me a lot, don't take me wrong, but I still feel there is more to it. Let me think, let me overthink. Who are the happiest people I know? Not the ones on the telly or the glossy Instagram profiles. I can't guarantee that happiness is always authentic and real. First of all, I don't know them. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Let me think, who do I know who is happy in a genuine and authentic way? I thought about it for weeks and months and years. One day, I came home from the grocery store with my friend. The dogs came to celebrate my return with the gazillions of kisses, wiggling tails, and then Zorro the cat came putting his way to me, trying to avoid the too much energetic dogs. And my friend was like, geez, we have been missing for 25 minutes. What happens when we're missing for a day? Eureka! Bold moment! The happiest people I know are these 3. Haha. Okay, I cheated when I spoke about people. Let's not start on all the thing about pets are people, because I do have my opinion on that, and I do think they're kind of people. I'm joking. But seriously, these are my furry 4-legged pets. Taika, Zorro the cat, and Flocky. I really love them very much. And let me tell you this, they're smart. They're smart, I tell them always they're smart, but they don't own a degree, PhD, nor a diploma. Don't tell them that you need to have these things to be smart, because I'm trying to work on their self-esteem, so, get me, right? So let's keep it between us. wow, we don't need a certificate that makes us feel enough to be happy. And also, they taught me that it's okay, that happiness lasts only moments. Papa, that was a very important concept, because you're walking and suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, right now I'm very happy, and we lose that moment because we start, what made me happy? Oh wait, how can I make it longer? And it's gone. Instead, these three souls taught me that it's okay to be happy, and it lasts how much it lasts, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, doesn't matter. Because once they made sure to let me know they're very happy, Mama is back, they will go back to do their thing after a few minutes. It's not they celebrate me for half an hour. That would be very exhausting. And the same applies to small children, maybe not teenagers. Teenagers are like, oh, you're back? Oh, yeah, whatever. But small children, they are like super happy to see you. They live in the moment. They wake up excited for the new day and all the adventure they're going to have. We, as adults, we're the opposite. We wake up and we're exhausted, only thinking about our to-do list that is never ending. Let me tell you this. I have 8 to-do apps, because when the app becomes too overwhelming, I start with a new one. I got told off for this. Only thinking about our to-do list makes me feel overwhelmed. What children and pets can teach us is gratitude. They are grateful for the very moment that is happening. They are happy you're back, that you play with them, that you listen to them, and that you are giving them your time and attention. Now, no duty is more urgent than the one of returning thanks. Sant'Ambrose say that. I am saying it with a very Italian accent because Sant'Ambrose was from Milan, where I am from too. So, I have adopted this gratitude in my regular duties, and I can tell you this, it is not happy people who are thankful. It's the opposite. Thankful people are happy. So, children and pets are amazing teachers of being more happy on a daily basis, but they don't have bills to pay, nor pension to plan, people to take care of. They don't dwell on the past, nor have to plan an unfunny but safe future. So, I went even deeper with my research and studies, and an interesting concept kept appearing. Over and over again, I am sure you have noticed this too, this duality. My mentor and teacher, Marisa Peer, taught me the importance of the subconscious and conscious mind being quite different entities. One is our computer, the other one is our emotion. Before studying with her, I studied at high school Greek and Roman mythology, where the duality was inner deity and human urges, fighting each other if not kept in balance. This concept is almost 3,000 years old. And then there is the Chinese Tao, or also called Yin and Yang, which is also over 2,000 years old concept. Nowadays, we have studies about duality such as inner Qin and the human mind, inner child within us, heart versus mind, instinct versus intuition. And all these concepts are not exactly the same. Actually, they're quite different, but what they have in common is that they all say that we are a duality of opposite things. One fascinating concept is the Cherokee one, but not the version that you've stumbled upon social media, or what Native Americans call the white version. I'm pretty sure you all saw this, I think it was on Facebook and also Instagram, that says, an old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside me, he said to the boy. It is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One is evil, his anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. He continued, the other is good, his joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The same fight is going on inside you, and inside every other person too. The grandson thought about this for a minute and then asked his grandfather, which wolf will win? The old Cherokee simply replied, the one you feed. Now, I was like, I loved this quote at first, and I shared it with the world, I shared it with friends on social media. I thought it was all about making people aware. I woke up, why is not taught this in schools? It's so easy. Let's take the conscious decision to be good at all times. Let's starve that dark wolf. I wanted to shout it to the world. Wake up, world! We can decide to be nice at all times. But then a hard day will happen, and I will be tired and grumpy, and it all went out of the window. Angry, jealous, grumpy, you name it. All those negative, overwhelming emotions. And I felt so wrong. What's wrong with me? Why can't I kill the dark wolf? But then, the more I thought about the Cherokee legend, the more gloomy it seemed. There was something off. Me, being a great lover of wolves, I didn't want to starve the bad one. Why does one have to die? Can they not both survive? Okay, I hear you. It's just a metaphor you're telling me, Janine. Cheer, just a metaphor. Okay, and I agree with you. But still, why do I need to try to kill a side of me which makes me human? I mean, I don't aim to be a saint, nor a holy person. I just want to be a nicer, better human being. Then, one day, I found the full story. So, it doesn't end where I thought it ended. Turns out, this quote is inaccurate and wrong, the one we saw on social media. The Cherokee legend says that we need to feed both of our sides, the white, light, and the black, dark. Turns out the dark side of us has its own qualities. This made total sense to me. Finally, I had another confirmation of the need to be loving and accepting of our darkness, duality. Call it inner child, adult, good, bad side, rational, emotional, conscious, subconscious. We have to accept our duality, our needs. It is us. Nobody is perfect. We are all real and flawed people. And actually, the black wolf has its own qualities. In fact, the real and full Cherokee legend says that the black wolf has tenacity, courage, fearlessness, strong-willed, and great strategic thinking, which we all need to improve ourselves. These qualities lack in the white wolf, but the white wolf has compassion, caring, strength, and ability to recognize what is in the best interest of all. If we try to starve one of the wolves on purpose, they will both become uncontrollable. We know plenty of people who seem to be feeding mostly the black wolf, and not necessarily because they're bad people. I certainly was a person in the past who was quite egocentric. I tended to see myself as a victim of people and circumstances. Now I know better, and whenever I realize I am in self-pity mode, I'm compassionate towards myself, so I can go back faster to my balance. However, these periods where I was feeling like this made me realize how great some of my friends are. I mean, Some of them have been hearing about my sorrows and are still here in my life. How great is that? I'm so lucky. And so, I've been compassionate towards others when they're in selfish or childish mode because I know it's temporary status and I wait for them to get it out of the system. The real Cherokee legend ends with this quote, which I find beautiful. Peace, my son, is the Cherokee mission in life. A man or a woman who has peace inside has everything. A man or a woman who is pulled apart by the war inside him or her has nothing. How you choose to interact with the opposing forces within you will determine your life. Start one or the other, or guide them both. So, I have to accept my inner duality or multiple. Okay, fair enough. And amongst the things I have to accept, maybe it is also my dark side I need to accept. Oh my gosh, that would be a very interesting concept. I've tried to sweep it under the rug and been ashamed of it big time. Now I'm suddenly understanding what everybody's saying about being okay and being vulnerable. That means being okay to show the sides of you to people who you feel safe with, of course. To show your true self and your fears. This duality concept is nothing new. It was something I kept coming across in the years of my endless research of happiness. I probably was 10 years old when I read my first book on how to be happier. I've always been attracted to how can I make others people's life happier, because I wanted to have more people smiling around me at school, in my home, in my neighborhood. And I don't need a master degree, internet, nor tons of books. I mean, people have been able to be happy despite their tools and knowledge, even before the internet or books were even invented. I'm no run to become the next saint or monk. I don't even want to give up on my human side that needs people, safety, ambition, and good food. And wine. I'm Italian. I need my wine. To have a good life. I'm not that spiritual, but I admire those who choose this path. So, if you're anything like me, then see how this duality applies to us all. We are everything and nothing. We are good and we are bad. We are generous and we are selfish. We are yin, we are yang. We are grumpy and sweet. One wouldn't exist without the other. Let's make our dark side, inner child, chimp, bad, accept and loved, so we can be better humans in the world. Accepting also my shortcomings, inabilities, bad aspects has allowed me to accept that I make mistakes. I'm only human after all, don't put the blame on me. Don't put the blame on me. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I promise you that I was going to end with my final thoughts for a more joyful and happier life at the beginning. I promise you 3 easy, actionable steps to be happier right here, right now. 1. Accept your dark side. This will allow you to be more authentic, self, and being your true self will allow you who you meet to do the same if they wish. 2. Be more grateful. Be happy to be here today. Be more smiling and be present when you talk to someone. 3. Last but not least. Today is one of the last days of 2019. You can connect and maybe you can even meet a new friend in these few days before 2020 or meet some new friends in 2020 and make the relationship with the friends you have right now even stronger. Connect, connect, connect. You never know who you might find. And people are interesting. Ask questions. And the more different from you, the more interesting it becomes. Thank you very so much for listening, everybody. My name is Janine Cera. And remember, happiness starts within. Do you have any question I can answer?